It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is Chastain featuring Leather Leone on lead vocal there with We Bleed Metal. And that's exactly what we do here on the Classic Metal Show, at least when we play the tunes anyway. Rest of the time, we're bleeding heart liberals, not. Speaking of bleeding heart liberals, a guy who has them lined up in the sights of his judge, my good friend Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
Hi, friends. How are we?
It's always good to hear from you, pal.
Well, I'm here, at least for a little while.
Yeah. Were you out at the gun range today?
I was out at the range with CMS Steph's son, Dominic. We went out for our I take him to, being the nice quasi uncle that I am, I take him to the gun range when he gets good grades.
Right. Well, there you go.
So he had good grades, so we went out to the gun range.
That's a very manly thing to do.
Well, somebody's got to give him a manly, role model. It's Strange John.
Sure.
That bitch. He's like, I don't want a gun. They're scary.
Does he really say that?
He won't have a gun.
Really?
He's one of those.
Huh.
I'm like, okay, faggot.
I bet you if you offered him a lightsaber, he'd take that.
I'm sure, or whatever the guns are called in Star Wars,
like a ray gun or something.
Yeah, like Han Solo has. Whatever that faggy thing is, I'm sure he'd want one of those.
Right, absolutely.
If I could find him a real gun that was shaped like that, he'd buy it in a minute.
Sure,
but that's because he's gayer than gay.
Gayer than gay.
Yes, there's gay. And then there's like guys that take it up the ass, and then there's guys that take all of them in the ass.
All right, so it's like gay to the third power.
Yes, and that would be John. He's gay cubed.
Right. I'm gonna work with your pal John on Monday. Actually.
Yeah, he was telling me that he had a technical meeting with you set up for Monday. I was like, oh boy, that's gonna take a few hours.
Either I could take that to one of two ways. Either I'm not that good or he's dense.
Neither. I'll take it as you're so goddamn thorough. I know whenever we have any kind of techie problems at all, it's like an hour and a half.
And guess who everybody comes to when they want to try to figure out how to do what we do.
Well, I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that it's long.
It is.
I mean, even the thing that always drives me nuts is we'll like kind of have it dialed in, but you're never satisfied with that. You're like, well, hold on, let's try this. Turn this over here now. Right. Now turn this back. No, it was better before.
Right.
You go way overboard to make sure that it's perfect, but that's okay because it is perfect.
It is perfect, and everybody goes, how do you guys do what you do? How do you get that sound?
Yeah, you guys sound like you're in the same room. How does that work?
Yeah. I want to do that too.
Yeah, well, then they find out it's not quite as easy.
There's nothing easy about it.
No, if people knew, I mean, literally, don't you think that we have a year of shows that we've done away from the show just trying to get the equipment working right?
Yeah. As soon as I got the right combination, we got it dialed in.
Yeah, but in the old days.
Well, you got to remember that in the old days, voice over IP was brand new.
Oh, I know.
And we were working with a degenerated signal loss, and the internet wasn't as fast as it is now. And I mean, you have business class cable, and I have business class cable.
Right, and that helps.
And then we have super fast computers now.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, how is that PC I bought you a couple months ago?
Well, you hear it. This is it. And this is all it does. This is the only thing that I do with this computer is the show and record interviews.
There you go.
The only thing we got to figure out at some point, and I'm probably leaving it until the next time you're here, is this preamp. It hums like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I can't figure. I've swapped out literally every cable in it.
It probably needs to be grounded.
Which would be, is there a ground connection on the back?
No. Well, yes and no. See, I have mine mounted in a rack.
And the rack acts as the ground?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and you don't have an equipment rack.
Yeah, but I could put something up, couldn't I, or run a wire from it or something?
Yeah, you could actually run a wire to like that, from that to like a little, the little hole that's above the two prongs in the plug.
Yeah.
In your wall plug.
Mm-hmm.
That's a ground.
So just jam it in there.
Yeah, if you take a wire and run it in there and stick it in there, it'll don't put it in the vertical.
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah,
new book to write, the second burn book.
Exactly. So you probably just need to ground that thing. That's all.
Okay, because I swear I spent, because the humming drives me crazy.
Right.
And I spent a lot of time trying to fix that shit, and I could not figure it out. I tried different cables. I tried pulling everything apart and putting them back together one at a time.
Right. Well, I'm gonna bring you a small four slot equipment rack anyway.
Okay.
And you're gonna be able to put your processor in there, and I got a limiter compressor for you, which will take out a lot of noise.
Nice. When are you coming here?
Probably around Christmas.
Okay.
So it'll probably be within the next couple months.
Okay, because I was going to say, if the only time I know that you're coming here, I'm thinking, and we haven't even talked about it yet, is when I have the book release.
Right. Well, it'll probably be around Christmas. I'll come visit family for Christmas, and
right.
It'll probably be one of our off weeks anyway for, one of the best of or countdown shows or something. And,
right.
We'll get you hooked up over there.
Nice.
All right.
Let's hope I'm home for that.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Enough of the tech talk.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. So anyway, we veer off into this now and again, but there's more to this show than just turning on a mic, kids.
That's right.
And everybody appreciates it because they come back every week for more.
And if they don't, fuck them.
Right. So I see that the chat room is rather sparse this evening, being it is Halloween and all.
Yeah, everybody's out at their gay parties.
Yes, I have a little bit of a cold, May K. I have a little nasal problem this week. Change of the weather.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, change of the weather.
Yeah, you always get this too.
Yeah, well, it's always in the fall, man. It's always the when the leaves and everything start blowing around and everything. I just got the worst allergies.
Yep.
And it just tears me up. So I do the best I can with what I got.
And I'm sure I'll follow along from November till February where I start coughing again.
Right.
Because I always do.
Yeah. We need to go to a place where there's it's a warmer climate and there isn't so much pollen blowing around.
Bermuda.
Yeah, something like that.
Bermuda would work. Then we get away from these fucking cocksuckers in Washington too.
Wow, look at what May Kay said in there.
What'd she say? AIDS from Taylor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Do you have AIDS from Taylor?
No.
Not black.
Wow.
I met Taylor. She's white.
Yes.
Taylor is definitely white. No AIDS there.
Right. Why would she say something like that?
I don't know. They're all jealous.
I don't know what's up with that. Wow.
Yeah. They're all just jealous of you.
There's nothing to be jealous of. Just the dude doing my job.
Oh, I think there's something there to be jealous of.
All right.
Invading that with a penis.
Jeez. I don't think May Kay has any issues with, being jealous of that unless, of course, she wants to step in line or something.
Even if she's straight, she'd lick her pussy.
You think?
That girl looked tasty, man. She looked like her pussy would taste like that grape cotton candy.
Nice.
Just a nice, slick, smooth, but a little bite to it taste.
A little smooth up in you, huh?
A little smooth up in you and just a little smeary on your chin a little bit, and you're kind of reaching down with your tongue to get it.
Right.
You don't want to lose any of the goodness.
Sure.
That's what I expect from Taylor.
All right.
Could be wrong.
All right.
I don't have any frame of reference here. I'm just guessing at this point.
Yeah.